Hey, how you doing? This is Victor. We're going to embark on a journey together where I'm going to share a little bit of my story, my transformation, my reinvention. And I think that many of you who have been following my Facebook page for several years now will appreciate. It is my hope that by sharing my story of reinvention, that it would serve as an encouragement for you as well. So throughout my life, I've been in service. And whereas not necessarily in public service per se, I have been in service of others. So I've been a teacher. I have served as a musician, training and working with parents, training their children, teaching them to play the guitar, the ukulele, and piano and other things. And I've also worked for the church. I've actually given my life in working for the church for many years. And so as I am entering a new phase in my life, I began to think about what could I do that would continue to follow in the same tradition of serving others. And so I decided a couple of years ago to make an assessment of my skills, my talents, transferable skills, and began to look deeply into how else I can continue to help reinvent others and also help others to grow and become the best version of themselves, which is what I've been doing all these years. Even teaching English to foreigners that wanted to learn and speak the language. So in my situation, I have decided that it would be a very good thing for me to switch over to become a financial coach. So basically, I am now in the area of financial stewardship. So 20 years ago, as I was working for the school, for the church, just working as a musician as well, I decided to look into my own personal finances and realized that I needed some help. So I began to look into investments, I began to look into budgeting, I began to look into a number of things, and I began to look at ways in which I could improve my income. And so my journey began by reading books first in the area of finances. And then I hired a coach to help me understand more about this area as well. But I didn't fully understand the area of really increasing my net worth. So eventually it led to me being in major debt. And we're talking about 6 figures. Over the years, I was able to go over my finances and realize that I needed some help. And so what I did was I went to a workshop that taught me how to take care of my own personal finances. And yes, as odd as it may seem, where some of us think that, oh yeah, finances, I can handle that. The reality is that I was not trained to deal with money. I was not trained to deal with anything else. I was trained as a musician. I was trained to work for the church. I was trained to teach English, but I was not trained to handle money or to manage money. The reality is that every single one of us, if we're not in a financial sector or in the area of finances, we need help in being able to manage our own personal finances. And so there's no shame in that. But many of us kind of shy away from it because, oh, it's my own personal thing and I don't want anybody to know what's going on with my finances. And so I went through the whole thing too as well. Oh, just, I don't want anybody to know because they'll think I'm a failure and all that. But the reality is that I came out a winner. I canceled all my debt and I was able to increase my net worth as well. So I was really happy for that. And I think that many of you who could actually find yourselves in a situation where you are deeply in debt, or if you're not in debt, you're wondering where your money is going to from month to month, or you want to learn how to invest, how to prepare for retirement, things like that. You need to consider the fact that you need help in the area of finances, just like I did. So over the years, I have had the opportunity of working with people directly. I've had people that have had relationship issues, self-esteem issues, and things like that. So it's been my pleasure and my privilege to work with individuals that were willing to be transformed, willing to say, I need help. Working with me, they were able to transform themselves. And that's the key there, because I didn't transform anybody. They transformed themselves as I guided them to resources, asking questions so that they can learn where their strengths are. And so that's basically similar to what we do in financial coaching as well. We guide people to where their resources are, because many of us don't know where they are. We keep confidentiality and put people within a community where people are safe, and they're able to find other people where they can find the support that they need to be able to become financially successful. So my desire is that as we go through several series of videos that I'm going to be producing here, my desire is my story and the story of others and the information that I will be sharing will be encouraging to you as well as inspiring to help you realize that not all is lost and that there is so much hope. Nothing is impossible if you're willing to say, I need help. Can you help me? And they're willing to say, I like to, explore other avenues besides just me and my checkbook, and realize that I have nothing left. At the end of the day, when I went through my financial stressful period, what I found was joy. I found relief. The stress that was over me disappeared. And so I know that when you take the steps to say, I no longer want to live the way I do, I no longer want to have a limited income, I no longer want to live in a way in which I can't move here and move there because it's just difficult to deal with my finances, and I don't know sometimes even from paycheck to paycheck what it is. Not having an emergency fund, not knowing what to do during times in which the car breaks down or when the house needs repairs and things like that, you are going to feel so relieved. It's like, oh yes, I don't have to worry about that because you're prepared. No matter what happens to you, even if your income is irregular. So whether you have regular income or irregular income, you're going to feel that relief, that peace of mind to know that you can sleep at night and realizing that you can wake up any day and you are prepared for any storm that comes your way. So I hope that you join me on this journey. Hope that you will also experience the joy that I experienced. You'll go through the emotions that I went through as well. But in the end, you will be triumphant because nothing is lost. So see you in the next video.